All by myself. Ooh.
Oh, there's people. Let's put it a bit further so it should be okay. Yeah, on the.
We put pellets into the bag. Why did you take your pants off, Gary?
That is no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will I play the water over? No, never.
It looks like a small
Snögubbe. Snögubbe, yeah.
No more. Yay!
Okay, hi everyone and welcome. My name is Johan Ruhe and I'm from kanalgratis.se, Swedish fantastic YouTube channel. And today we have a new episode of Carpaccio that is going to be made. And it's the first episode. We're very excited. We're going into carp. And to do that, we brought our good friend Gary Benney with us on the show. And there are two good things about Gary Benney. The first thing is that he knows a lot about carp fishing. The second thing is that he owns Swedish Bait Mechanics, which manufacture food for carp.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So tell us what we're doing today.
Well, we've managed to find a lake that has got carp stocked in it a long time ago. And as we know, these fish haven't been fished for. They're used to natural food, and it's going to be quite hard to get them over onto the bait. So it's a bit of a challenge, actually, which is good for me because all my bait is high quality and I aim on the food profile thing. So this is going to be quite a challenge for me as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and put a fish on the bank. Been doing a bit of pre-baiting.
What's pre-baiting?
Pre-baiting. So what I've done is I've been walking around the lake, finding a few spots. It's very, very weedy out here.
Yes.
In fact, there's hardly any clear spots. So I've spent the last 5 weeks walking around, spotting fish in the margins, close into the edge, and also chucking a bit of bait in a few spots.
Yeah. You've been feeding them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get them going.
Getting them onto the bait.
Okay.
Now, the way I've done that, I've actually gone over through 35 kilos.
Oh, really?
A fair bit of bait. I have that advantage. You don't have to do it with boilies. If you wanted to do it, if you have a fish in a lake, you could always do it with sort of particles, a lot cheaper approach. So it's not like anyone who's watching thinks...
Boilies is the round little guys you feed them with.
That's the ones,
Yeah. There's a lot of line on the reels. Do they take a lot of line when they take?
Hell yeah.
Are you going to let me net them? Are you going to net them yourself?
How
We
good-
haven't known each other for that long,
Yeah,
so.
how good are you at netting?
No, I think I'm quite good actually.
To be honest, with this weed and everything,
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be a good idea you're here. I think actually there's more carp in these lakes than you led to believe. I mean, obviously I've been in Sweden now for 4 or 5 years, and I can tell you most of the lakes in Stockholm have carp in it.
Okay, really cool.
The pioneers of Sweden, so to speak, they did a good job. They moved carp from
Yeah.
lake to lake, be it good or bad, as some might say, but they did it. And these lakes that we fish for the carp now are because of them. So all thanks to them.
You mentioned the pioneers of carp fishing in Sweden. I know one of them is Stefan Trumstedt from CVC.
Exactly, him and his friends.
Yeah.
actually,
And
yeah, exactly. It's
it was
really
Stefan.
important.
Who else do you know who started this a long time ago in Sweden?
Well, you got Micke Sandström.
Yeah.
He was based in Sollentuna area at the time. Dejan Milosevic. He again lived in Stockholm. He's now moved down to Kalmar. Henrik Sandahl.
Yeah, Henrik Sandahl,
Yeah,
from
I mean,
Södersportfiske.
All those little terrorists.
Yeah, all these little
running around,
Yeah,
stocking carp everywhere.
It's
And a
it's
few
one
other
of the
names.
best anglers we have in Sweden.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of them.
few other names as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was
So
them.
they all started out with carp.
Yeah,
Sort of.
from what I've worked out. Just had a little touch on the rods, but I think the bream have really well and truly moved in for the evening, so I'm going to stop putting any bait out at the moment and just when they've finished.
Is it a bream, Gary?
It's a bream, dude.
Bream dude?
It's a male bream, it's a bream, dude. No, it's a bream.
So we changed the spot.
Yeah, we did. We
went for bream.
You gone bream fishing?
No,
No.
we changed lake.
Yeah, the lake we were fishing was unknown, and we tried, lost one fish unfortunately. So we've come to a different lake. We've come to Skansjön in Hallstahammar. It's got a good head of carp, so we're going to go through some carp fishing here instead.
You hooked up, Gary?
Yeah, this one just ripped off. A bait placed just on the edge of the lilies, and it's really in there now.
Fantastic, finally. You think it's a carp?
Yeah, it's a carp.
It's a carp.
Or a very, very big bream. That's a carp. Nice little common. So we'll.
Why did you take your pants off, Gary?
I thought I might have to wade out, or I just wanted to look good for the film. So
Oh, you look fantastic.
cheers. So we're going to just get all the unhooking mat ready, and then we'll show you the fish.
Great. Can't wait. This is a, you said it before,
PVA.
after the fish, PV.
PVA, polyvinyl acetate.
And what does it do?
Basically, it's a substance that dissolves in water. It leaves no residue, and it's not dangerous to the fish whatsoever. And what we're doing is we're going to put fillet full of bait. It's going to sink down to the bottom. I'm going to put our rig and everything in there, and then that's going to dissolve and leave a nice parcel of food for the carp to discover, and hopefully we'll hook one up.
Okay.
So we'll start first off. If you use this little scoop here, which is a clever little device,
Little scoop.
put just a couple scoops of pellet in the bottom. This is SL pellet and our new pellet bag mix we're
What
developing.
does SL mean?
Shitty lobster. It's one of the baits we make.
Shitty lobster. We put pellets into the bag. Nice.
That's the wind at the moment. Sorry, I got very sensitive. It's very, very sensitive.
We put pellets into the
Yeah,
bag.
so first off, a small little row of pellets in the bottom. You can put a little bit more than that.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Because what we want to do is we want to make a little base to set the lead down inside.
Pick up the rig.
And you can set your PVA bag down.
Set
what-
the PVA bag down.
And what you're going to do now is just going to put onto the hair. So here we're using a simple.
Onto the hairs. Slow down
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna
What's
go
the hair?
through
This
for
is
you.
the rig.
So this is just fished KD style. Now what we've got is got a curved shank style hook, a long hair because we're using quite.
This part here, is that what
That's
you
what
call
we
hair?
call the hair coming off,
Okay.
and that's what we're going to mount our baits to.
We're going to put baits on there
The reason we don't put it on the hook.
to attract the fish to eat the hook.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. And the reason we don't put the baits on the hook is, for one reason, the carp suck and blow on the bait. So what's going to happen? They're going to suck the bait in, but when they blow it out, the hook's going to remain, and then they're going to feel the when they straighten the rig out, it's going to hit the lead, and that's going to turn the hook and prick the bottom of the mouth, and we have our run.
Okay.
We have our bite.
So that's why we don't put the hooks onto the bait.
The bait on
to
the
get
hooks,
a
yeah.
sorry, to do a better hooking
So I'll put this one on for you.
on the hair.
Yeah.
And there you have one boilie.
We have a baiting needle. with a 20mm SL bottom bait, so that sinks to the bottom.
Which one is what?
This is the SL bottom bait.
Yeah.
And here we've got one of our new little pop-ups. That's a floating bait.
Floating bait.
And what that's going to do is going to add a bit of buoyancy to the bait.
Yeah.
It's going to sink slower in the water. It's going to take a bit of the weight off of the bottom bait, and also it's a very visual aspect as well. We're using this bright pink.
Visual aspect as it looks good and attractive.
Exactly. The fish, if they're swimming by, they spot something, they're going to go and investigate. They're going to go have a look.
And they investigate with their mouth.
They don't have hands, so
No,
yeah.
they don't. You taught me that.
Yeah. And I'm a bit. I like to match the hair stops with the baits. It's a
Hair
conflict.
stop.
Yeah, this
Like
little
a float stopper.
little bit of plastic basically that goes into the loop, and we pull it down tight, and that's going to stop the baits from coming off.
Hold that up. Let me see that. That looks just beautiful. Okay. So it's gonna lie on the bottom like this after the bag dissolves.
It's going to lie like that, like a snowman. Hence why it's called snowman presentation.
Aha.
It looks like a small. What do you
It's
call
called
it?
snowman presentation.
Snögubbe.
Snögubbe, yeah, in Sweden.
Exactly.
Lead presentation.
Yeah. I've got a long length of lead core here. Now this
Yeah.
is lead inside, it's very supple, and what that's going to do is going to lie on the bottom. Carp are quite precautious, so if they come into contact with the line, if
Yes.
they've been caught a few times, they might spook on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to try and pin everything down, and also it's very good because when you're playing the fish, it's a bit thicker, so rubbing down the side of the fish is less likely to harm the fish.
Okay.
Monofilament can actually cut into scales and things. And also it's very tough, so if you've got any snags or lily stems, it can be very abrasive resistant.
So it's a good leader.
All round pretty good.
Yeah.
If you fish it correctly, because it can be quite dangerous in the wrong hands, it needs to be able to drop the lead and be very safe. And this is why we're using this drop-off lead system.
Drop-off lead.
Basically, the lead is not on the line, so we
It's
have
sort of a T-section here.
Exactly. We have a swivel that I've mounted the lead core to, and then a loop here which gives a bit of freedom for the rig. And what I'm going to do, you've got standard inline lead with this plastic insert. I've damaged a bit of the insert here, and all you do is use a pair of scissors and just press in like this. And the reason for that is we don't want the swivel to sit in too tight. We don't want it to be too stuck fast.
Okay.
We press our swivel in, like so, and it's
From the T-section.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
actually quite loose. I mean, it looks like I'm pressing it quite hard, but it's relatively loose actually. That's going to come
Yeah.
out quite easily.
Yeah, with the lilies and all, the
Exactly.
carp fighting in the other end.
Then we have
Can
our
imagine.
tail rubber, and this is just a rubber sleeve that's sliding. This is actually on the lead core, and we push that over the remaining insert at the back here, just a plastic piece.
You just put that over to...
Yeah, and that's now holding the lead on.
Okay.
Now what's going to happen, if I say I'm the snag or the fish running and you just pull on very carefully on
Yeah.
the hook there, if you pull on that one and I hold the lead. you
I'll
just-
be the fish.
Yeah, just pull it. You see, that's popped out. If you keep pulling, and when I pull on this end, the lead pops off.
Okay.
And what that creates is the fish will then rise to the surface naturally because there's less pressure holding it down.
It's going to be easier to get it in
Yeah.
over the lilies.
And also, there's nothing to snag on the lilies now.
Mm.
So it's
Ah,
a
okay.
really good presentation.
Smooth, go smoother through
Yeah.
the weeds.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
So we'll put that one back together, and then you can continue with your solid bag because you're going
Yeah.
to drop all this in.
We sort of switched over to you, but
Sorry about that.
let's go back to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing the bag.
Yeah.
The baggy.
Drop the lead inside now.
All right. We
We're
drop
using-
the lead inside the bag.
Yeah. So we're going to we're going to nestle that one just in the bottom, like so, in the middle there.
Yep.
And you can probably rest it inside if you want.
Put it down
I'll
on
leave
the...
you to do the rest.
Like that. Centered.
Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you some of these. This is the SL bottom baits.
Yep.
And I want you to crumb them up into
Break
pieces.
them up.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to create a bit more attraction in the water. And also it's the food we're using for the hook bait, so it's the same food signals coming off.
They're going to be able to relate to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Still the wind.
Yeah.
Calm down, Gary.
So a few of those.
A few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now if you grab your hook bait,
Just going to hold it up so everyone can see what it looks like.
yeah,
Got the pellets in the bottom, the crumbed up boilies, and sort of centered the line.
yeah.
And
And then what we're going to do is holding it a bit more like this. We'll try and drop the hook link. Sorry,
slowly.
we're going to drop the hook link into the bag.
Yeah.
So by adding pellet now, what you're going to do is you're going to mask the hook link.
Can't really see what I'm doing, but
Yeah, I'm sorry. And then we can now drop that one just inside, like so.
okay. It's not to get them tangled in.
Exactly.
Get in different layers.
We're using a very short and supple hook link.
Yep.
Supple hook link because you don't want to, try and stick a very stiff hook link down in the bag, and short because you don't want masses and masses of hook link in there. This presentation works very well with a short hook link. So that's not too bad. So if you nestle it into the pellet again, it helps to just keep it all upright. The reason we want the lead at the bottom and to be centered is for casting.
Yeah.
We need the weight to be at the front and very centre of the bag. If it's at the back in the air will do this.
Wobble.
Yeah, you won't get your accuracy. Okay. So it's very important.
And what?
Now we're going to a little trick before we seal it.
Okay.
We're going to put some of this. This new secret dip we're developing.
Okay.
This is one we call the deep fish.
Yeah.
Liquidized fish proteins. Very stinky,
it
very
says
gooey.
Fresh thinking here. Is it fresh?
It's fresh. Have a smell.
Oh. That'll go with the shitty lobster thingy.
Oh yeah.
I'll have that.
So just a small dose of that one in there. You just let it soak down through.
Into the bag.
Yeah.
Won't the PVA bag dissolve now?
No, because it's PVA friendly.
It's PVA friendly?
Yeah. It's friends with the PVA. That's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's enough. Look at that.
Just let it soak down through now.
Okay, sorry.
You see it all going down through.
I want to touch everything. Everything looks so touchy.
Yeah. One good thing, if you want to, before you go fishing, you can always prepare a couple of these, maybe a few hours before or something, and let it soak in. That pellet will absorb all those liquids.
Yep.
And that's going to create a longer attraction time. So it's a little
It's
tip.
not going to dissolve as fast when they're clamped up together.
So now we're good to tie it up. So
okay. How do you do it?
So hold the bottom of the bag like so.
Yep.
And then with your 4 fingers, that's it. You sort of grab and twist central.
Grab and twist central.
Yeah. So you keep everything. There you go. It's a nice size bag, that one.
Oh.
Perfect. Now what you want to do is pinch at the top and just tap the bottom of the bag a bit. Trying to get it all to to go solid, and you can see you've still got a bit of air in there, so you can let it out. And we want to try and get everything to the bottom of the bag. So keep tapping it. That's it. Yeah, it's looking good. Perfect.
Okay, good.
So now you've got it twisted, you're going to use a bit of PVA tape, which I'll get off for you. And you can secure this. Just wrap around a few times, wrapping down, and that's going to create that tightness at the top of the bag. That's it, wrapping down. Perfect. And then a simple overhand knot.
Kärringknut or whatever.
Yeah,
just something to
granny
seal it with.
knot, as we call it.
Granny knot.
Yeah, simple granny knot.
Can you help me out?
Yep, no problem. I'll tie it
Let's
up.
hold it. Yeah, there you go.
And do a quick another one just to quick secure it. And then what we do is we just cut off the tag ends like so. Now, that's all well and good, but we want to make it look a bit neater, a bit smarter.
Neater.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is a little trick. If I just take the bag from you, and you've got the bag nice and you see it's very gooey and...
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. On these bags, you can just flute the top out and you're just sort of pulling it down again. And then where you see, if I pass it back to you, let you do it.
Yeah.
You've got the seams, just rip the seams down. That's it. And the other side.
I feel naughty when I do this.
Okay.
Bad boy.
And then what you're going to do, this is a little tip that I can give you, it's going to reinforce the bag, and also you're going to make a hole around the lead core. You're not going to get any residue left on the line, which is very important.
What's residue?
When the bag melts and you've got like a lot of PVA there, it takes, because it's thicker,
yeah,
it's going to take a bit longer for it to dissolve.
All right, got it.
So this is going to prevent that. So what you can do, I know you've...
want to do it.
Yeah, so just lick the underside of your finger and dab on the underside of the PVA tab there and pull and stick it down to the bag. That's it, not too tight.
Because it'll rise up.
Exactly, yeah, we don't want to distort the shape of the bag. That's it, pull and stick it down.
Messed up.
There we go. Oh. That's it, push and just hold it down a little bit and it should hold. Yeah, the other side's come off now, but... Just dab it and then stick it down straight away. Don't need to rub it or anything. Yeah, and then just stick that one back down. There we go.
Nice and
Yeah.
neat.
So we've got the little hole at the top there, like I said.
Yep.
Yeah, so far it's looking okay for a first attempt.
Yeah.
Now we're going to make
Thank
it
you.
more aerodynamic. So we're going to, these corners here, we're going to push them in.
Is that a fish?
And look, we've got a lot of wind today and we're fishing very sensitive bobbins, but yeah, like so. And then again, lick and stick them down. So you're going to bend them in over the bag like
It's
so.
very important to lick the right side, not both of your fingers. If you do, you're just gonna mash it up.
Exactly. One finger, stick and just, there you go. Perfect. And the same the other side. Be careful not to push on the bag too much because you've got a lot of liquids in there. You don't want to break the bag.
Fantastic that it doesn't break.
Yeah, they're really good.
I kept holding on to that one because I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna come off, and I was like, no one's gonna see it's coming off. But now it's there
Yeah,
instead.
it's stuck, yeah. So there's a quick bit of spit and stick it straight down. There we go. So let's have a look. Well, for your first bag, I'm going to give you quite a high. I'm going to give you 8 out of 10.
Oh, good.
That's a good one because we've got a little bit
Thank
here.
you.
But,
Yeah, I know.
but that's good. Yeah. So
Thanks, bro.
now there's no need to pierce the bag like some people do because it's so compacted.
Yeah.
That's heavy enough to just sink straight to the bottom. Sometimes if you have a lot of big particles, you have a lot of air in the bag. So you need to puncture the bag a little bit just to release the air to help it sink. Otherwise, it'll be floating
It'll be
around.
floating around.
Yeah. So this now, that's a decent size weight. It's going to cast very well because it's very spherical, very round. And we can drop that into holes in the lilies, weed. If it lands on weed, it's going to flatten the weed down, burst, and the hook bait will be presented perfect.
Perfect.
That's going to catch a
Yeah.
carp.
Let's cast out.
Yeah.
Let's catch one. Fantastic.
Concentrating on this one, a really strong take off the island. You're really having to bend into it to hold it back, but it doesn't want to come. It's a good fish.
It's a good fish.
Yeah.
So we're casting the other one out.
I actually cast it out. As soon as I put the bobbin on, it hit the top and it was a small common. I lost it in the lilies and then I turned round and this rod flew off.
Oh.
So they're really coming onto the bait now. Come on, baby. No, it's going to be a bit tricky.
You're gonna need help netting it.
Yeah, I'm going to need help.
What's your name? Vincent.
Oh.
All right, Vincent. Local pro angler. Can you help us out?
Oh.
Here's your chance. Gary needs help.
Can you go up the net there, mate?
The net is over here.
Yeah.
How does it feel, Vincent? You're gonna net the second carp on Canal Gratis.
Ja, känns fint.
Feels nice?
Yeah.
Do you speak English, Vincent?
Yes.
Yeah, you should speak English. This is an English show.
Okay.
We're both going to have to... Yeah, he's over there, mate. We're going to have to go get him.
Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome. Alright, I'm going to try and put the pressure on Vincent. And he should come towards us, but walk towards him very slowly so you don't spook him. Go careful.
We have a carp.
Luckily for me, my good friend Vincent here popped by to say hello. I haven't seen him in a long time, so we have to have a chat, and we had 2 takes at once, believe it or not. First one came off, but the second one, bit of drama to get it in the net, but Vincent was on hand, so he waded out with me, and we managed to get her in the net. It's a nice common, not the biggest, but a little bit bigger than the last one. I'll just hold her up for you.
I told you, Gary, numerous times, whenever you bring out new toys, you have to let us know. You
Yeah.
can't just bring out a fun toy like that.
You love the carp toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it for?
This is a really old throwing stick. It's a boilie throwing stick. This is a Cobra, this one. It's the original brand.
You can see why.
Yeah, exactly. This is the really old ones, metal ones. Don't make these ones anymore. They do them in plastic, carbon fiber and stuff.
Oh.
The carbon fiber
Hate
ones are
plastic.
The carbon fiber is amazing.
Carbon
But
fiber
these
is
ones are
amazing.
good because they're solid and
Yep.
I step on my things a lot. Basically what they do is they're shaped so when you want to put your baits out a little bit longer distance, a catapult isn't gonna cut it.
What's a catapult?
Slang bella.
Slang Bella, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
We'll look at that in the next show.
yeah. So what we do, this one takes baits up to about 20 millimeters in size, 22 millimeters.
Okay.
You drop your bait inside, and when you're throwing it forward, the bait will roll and it's going to create backspin, and that cuts through the air and it makes the baits go a really long way, like a bullet.
Yeah, and also a lot of momentum. This
Yeah.
helps the shape.
Yeah, it makes it. It's not a lot of pressure. I mean, if you're putting a lot of bait out, it gets a bit tiring.
Yeah.
No need to go to the gym.
Okay, do one.
They go a really long way. Where we're fishing now, it's too far for a catapult.
I need to try. You can shoot a person with this. You've never done that.
I
have
need
you?
to move out of the way, I think.
No. There, you'll be fine. So what's the technique here?
Well,
Pull down.
Hard to say. Yeah.
Quick stop.
Basically,
That wasn't fish. So the technique, just pull down.
Yeah, basically you want to be going through momentum.
Yeah.
So you're throwing a tennis ball and following your arm through with it. And you want to give it, I always find a little flick of the wrist on this one.
Yeah.
It helps to get it out of there a bit quicker.
There's daddy and a kid over there.
So this is a good target practice.
Yeah, this is a good target practice. Moving target, we're getting there
Yeah.
already.
So let's go for the guy in the white.
Yeah, okay.
No, wait until they get out of the way
Yeah.
and then...
I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I feel this is... Okay, here we go.
First go.
I went backward.
Yeah, I nearly had that one.
Like a...
Come back a little bit more in your arm, in through the shoulder and through. Oh, that went into the lake, so that's an improvement. And again.
See, this is why I do this. This is why I'm here, is to show you how difficult things really are. Because when Gary does them, it looks like it's really easy, but...
Oh, no, that was better.
Don't film over there.
Don't come so through so far.
Okay.
Stop, about here, and go through and flick with the wrist.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the next show, I'm gonna bait up all by myself. Ooh.
Oh, there's people. Let's put it a bit further, so it should be okay. Yeah, on the island.
Well, this is Sweden. You can't get sued in Sweden. You can do whatever you want here.
So yeah, these are a really good bit of kit, really. They're not expensive and they really good. If you're fishing distance, you can get a lot longer ones for real distances, sort of 100 meters, let's say. You can easily bait up 100 meters.
Ooh.
And it makes the baits, you need the bait a little bit harder. If the bait starts to split, you can do little tricks, wetting the tip and create less backspin. But yeah, great bit of kit.
See you soon, folks.
Little fella. It's the first time I've ever caught one of these.
Don't have them in the UK. It's an asp.
It's an asp.
It's a bit like a chub.
What's a chub?
Färna, I think you
Färna,
call it in
chub,
Swedish.
yeah.
It's a predatory carp family, I believe, and it's one of the only real sort of predators. But it just took an SL bottom bait. Absolutely crazy.